of DHCP and static routing. My name is Kedar Dandekar and I am a Cisco certified internet network expert in enterprise infrastructure. So if you have any question, then please feel free to mail me on kedarlandekar@nittraining.in. So today we will be configuring the DHCP and static routing. So the first task is we have to configure the DHCP server. So router 2 will be my DHCP server for both LAN 1 and LAN 2, and also we have to configure the router 1 as a DHCP relay agent. So let's start the configuration. So this is my router 2. So this will be my DHCP server for both LAN 1 and LAN 2. So IP DHCP pool. So let's configure it first for the LAN 1. Network will be 192.168.1.0. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and the default gateway will be 192.168.1.2. Now let's configure the DHCP pool for LAN 2. So the network will be 192.168.3.0 and the default gateway will be 3.2. So we have configured the router 2 as a DHCP server. Now we have to configure the router 1 as my DHCP relay agent. So on interface E0/1 we have to configure the helper address. So interface E0/1 IP helper dash address, and the IP address will be 192.168.2.2, the IP address of the DHCP server. Now the next task is for the DHCP snooping configuration. The DHCP snooping configuration must be configured on the switch 2, layer 2 switch 2 for VLAN 1. Also, if switch 2 interface E0/2 receives more than 2 DHCP packets, then that interface should go into error disable state. So E0/2. Okay, so let's start this configuration. So switch 2 config T IP DHCP snooping and DHCP snooping for VLAN 1. We will disable the option 2 also. So no IP DHCP snooping information option. Okay, and now here my E0/1, this interface is connected to my DHCP server. So this interface should be configured into the trusted port. So interface E0/1 IP DHCP snooping trust. So we have configured this E0/1 as a trusted port. Now interface E0/2. So the task is saying that if interface E0/2 receives more than 2 DHCP packets, then it should go into the error disable state. So IP DHCP snooping, we will set the limit rate here for 2. Now the task 3 is for the static routing. So we have to configure the static route on router 1 to reach LAN 2 network 192.168.3.0. Also we have to configure the static routing on router 2 to reach LAN 1 network 192.168.1.0. Okay. Now here router 1 will need the static routing only to reach LAN 2 network 192.168.3.0, but router 2 should need a static routing for two purposes. So the first one is for the reachability between LAN 1 and LAN 2, and the second one is that when PC7 will send the DHCP discover message, when he will request the IP, when he will request for the IP address, and when he will send the DHCP discover message towards router 1. Now router 1 will translate that DHCP discover message from broadcast format to the unicast format, and after that he will send it towards the router 2. So now when he will translate that discover message from broadcast to unicast, then the source IP will be 192.168.1.2 and destination will be 192.168.2.2. And when router 2 will send the offer message, then it will also send into the unicast format, and at that time the source IP will be 192.168.2.2 and destination will be 192.168.1.2. So router 2 should know how to reach the destination 192.168.1.0. So for that purpose also we need a static routing on router 2. So let's configure the static routing. So router 2 config T, let's configure it first on router 1. IP route 192.168.3.0, subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0, and next up will be 192.168.2.2. Now router 2 IP route 192.168.1.0 subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and next hop will be 192.168.2.1. So here we have configured the static routing on router 2 as well as on router 1. Now let's test the configuration. So let's first test for the DHCP snooping here. So the task was saying that when E0/2 receives more than 2 DHCP packet, then E0/2 should go into error disable state. So now what we will do, that is PC9, PC10 and PC11. So I will just type the DHCP here. We will not hit the enter button. I will just type the IP DHCP on all the 3 PCs and we will send the DHCP message at the same time from all these 3 PCs. And now let's go on the switch 2. So here on switch 2 we can see that the messages are coming. DHCP snooping received 2 DHCP packet on interface E0/2 and the DHCP rate limit rate error detected on E0/2, putting E0/2 into error disable state. Okay, so now my E0/2 interface is going into error disable state because he is receiving more than 2 DHCP packets. Now let's verify the other PCs. Let's say the PC from LAN 1, so IP DHCP. So the PC from LAN 1 is getting the IP address. Now let's check the PC from LAN 2, that is PC8 IP DHCP. So the PC from LAN 2 is also getting the IP address. Now let's check the reachability from PC7 to PC8, that means from LAN 1 to LAN 2. So we are getting the reachability from LAN 1 to LAN 2. So we have done all this configuration. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any question, then please feel free to mail me on kedarandekar@nittraining.in. Thank you.